All right, good morning, everyone. I do not know that Commissioner Glenn will be joining us today, so we will go ahead and get started. It is 9:03 a.m. This is a special meeting with the Lake County Board of County Commissioners for the purpose of adopting the 2021 fiscal year budget. It is December 15th, 2020. And so with that, I will go ahead and open our meeting to adopt our 2021 budget. Our mill certification will take place on December 21st, and the mills will all be certified and mailed to the state on December 22nd. So with that, we'll go ahead and get started. Commissioner Mudge, will you be able to read to us the budget message?
Yes. Good morning.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, Commissioner Mudge will read into the record the budget message, which will give a summary of the budget and the appropriations. So I will hand it over to you.
Okay, I can share my screen also. Is it popped up?
It is.
Okay, all right. 2021 Lake County budget message. The 2021 Lake County budget has been prepared by the Lake County Budget Officer under the direction of the Board of Lake County Commissioners as required by Colorado budget law, Colorado Revised Statute 291-1-1031E. Pursuant to CRS 291-102, the modified accrual basis of accounting is used by Lake County. Under the modified accrual basis of accounting, revenues are recognized when susceptible to accrual. Expenditures are recorded when the related fund liability is incurred. The 2021 budget has been prepared pursuant to CRS 29-1-1032 and is in conformance with Colorado law. As required by the state statute, the major features of this budget are included in this budget message. The Board of County Commissioners will maintain the mill levy at 38.192. The county strives to set a conservative budget overestimating expenditures and underestimating revenues. The 2020 budget accruals are estimated to come in approximately $3 million under budget from expenditures over revenues, with a 2020 projected general fund balance improved to $9,787,401 from original estimations of $7,241,242. And a total fund balance across funds estimated at $18,885,310. This is a significant improvement from the conservative estimate set for 2020. The 2021 budget shows an estimated $1.45 million overage for expenditures over revenues, with a total projected general fund balance of $9,359,876 and a total balance across funds estimated at $17,431,329. Health insurance premiums for Lake County remain the same at 2020 with no increase. The county will continue to contribute 75% of healthcare premiums for all eligible employees. A 2% cost of living adjustment has been budgeted for eligible county employees in 2021. The county will again partner with economic and community development entities with the following contributions: Leadville Lake County Economic Development Corporation, or EDC, at $125,000, Lake County Community Fund, LCCF, at $40,000, Cloud City Conservation Center, or C4, at $35,000, Advocates of Lake County at $4,000. Applications were submitted with financial information of how county contributions will be leveraged to continue long-term planning for Lake County. Lake County will continue with pass-through dollars to St. Vincent's General Hospital District to fund ambulance services for the county by the voters' decision in the 2015 election. A message from the Assessor's Office. Lake County is an increasing real estate market, and it continues to climb. We are seeing historic prices paid for real estate in Lake County. With the increasing market, property values will also continue to trend upward as the Assessor's Office uses market sales to set values for all properties. The office will be setting new values in 2021, so all property taxpayers should expect an increase in the property value because of the upward market trend. We will be setting values using the statutory data collection period of July 1st, 2018 to June 30th, 2020. In 2019, the Board of County Commissioners approved and contracted with a new program called Eagle View for the Assessor's Office. This program will give the office aerial imagery of all of Lake County. The company did their first flight in October 2020. The office is excited to use the program to discover unpermitted property that we may be able to add to overall property value of Lake County. We are also excited to use the program in lieu of in-person property inspections as a method to keep our staff and taxpayers safe while COVID-19 cases are on the rise in Lake County, as well as increase efficiencies in the work done in the office. The Assessor's Office now has 3 full-time appraisers on staff. The office has never seen this kind of activity, the kind of activity we are seeing now with built development and real estate sales. With our full staff, we'll be able to be more accurate and equitable in our valuation process for all of Lake County. Gallagher. In the November 2020 election, the voters of Colorado voted yes on Amendment B, which repealed the Gallagher Amendment to the Colorado Constitution. This change means that legislatures have the power to leave current assessment rates the same or lower residential and non-residential assessment rates. Without this repeal, the legislature must consider all of the real estate markets across all of Colorado to determine the residential assessment rate. These assessment rates are applied to the value of the county's assessor office appraisers, to the value that the county's assessor's office appraisers determined by statutory methods. What does this mean for Lake County? This means that small rural communities such as ours are not impacted by inflated pricing and rapidly increasing real estate market trends in the more urban areas of Colorado. Residential assessment rates will be kept the same for 2021, ensuring that the county can retain values to maintain countywide services. Urban Renewal Authority and tax increment financing. The Leadville Urban Renewal Authority, LURA, extends from the new Leadville Rail Yard development annexed into the city of Leadville through the retail core along Harrison Avenue. The purpose of the plan area is to allocate any incremental revenue increases in tax dollars from new growth in the URA plan area boundary and apply these dollars to a fund intended to be leveraged to support projects approved by the LURA board. The biggest project being funded by the LURA through tax increment financing is the Leadville Rail Yard development. This project went into full swing in the fall of 2020, so we will not see TIF impact from the project until tax year 2021, along with any other new growth that will also contribute. The following are budget highlights and commentary on several of the funds maintained by the county. Before I go into that, are there any comments on any changes need to be made by Commissioner Marcella or Finance?
No, thank you.
Okay. General Fund. The General Fund continues to provide funding for the general operations within the county. Some of those departments that are funded by the General Fund include Commissioners, Clerk and Recorder, Treasurer, Assessor, Sheriff, Recreation, Building and Land Use, Library, Finance, and Veteran Services. Maintaining and updating the aging infrastructure continues to be a priority by the board. The county has received grant funding from the Department of Local Affairs, or DOLA, to split the cost of the position of a county manager or administrator over the next 3 years. The position will greatly assist in proper operations of the county and has been highlighted as a gap through COVID-19 response and recovery. With continued support from DOLA and grant funding, the BOCC will continue the planning process for the Justice Center through 2021. The county will be able to identify and pursue acquisition of a site for the Justice Center in the beginning of 2021, following an in-depth diligence process completed in 2020. Software improvements prioritized through 2020 have been largely implemented for purposes of the continuation of operations and the creation of efficiencies and added increased capacity for staff. Offices and departments across the county will continue to improve the accessible public-facing aspects of these technologies. The county launched a new website that we will continue to improve for utilization and communication between the county and the public. The BOCC will consider developing a position of a Public Information Officer, or PIO, to improve public relations and communications through 2021. This will remain especially important through continued response and recovery of the COVID-19 pandemic. Though we face many challenges exacerbated by COVID-19, the board maintains priorities and key investments meant to increase revenues and maintain services for the county. The expenditures in the general fund are set to exceed the revenues for 2021 by $427,525. The transfers out of the general fund include $300,000 to public health, $680,333 for grant matching contributions, $13,700 for search and rescue, $35,000 for recreation replacement, and $70,000 to the landfill closure fund. Road and Bridge Fund. Road and Bridge will continue to provide road maintenance and improvements to the county's approximately 36 lane miles of documented roads, as well as continue to provide maintenance and services to other county departments with vehicles and equipment. This department operates under revenues generated by taxation outside local property taxes. In other words, Highway Users Tax Fund, Special Ownership Tax, and Payments in Lieu of Taxes, or PILT. Culvert and bridge repairs and replacement were completed in 2020, as well as the completion of a pavement management plan. The department will continue to move toward the evaluation and implementation of a fleet replacement program, saving significant costs on maintenance of older equipment, among other efficiencies. Road and Bridge will also purchase new heavy equipment by means of their fund balance in 2021. Airport Fund. The renovation runway project has been completed in 2020 with full general aviation operations resuming. The Airport Advisory Board, the EDC, and the BOCC continue to work closely with regional partners to develop strategic marketing and promotional plans to increase the healthy utilization of the airport in the region. Landfill Fund. The county continues to plan for cell expansion of the landfill. In order to better cover operations and maintenance costs of landfill, as well as preparing for expansion costs, fees will increase in 2021. The recycling program demand continues to grow through the community, and the drop-off sites are utilized fully. Public Works has received a grant for the complete replacement cost of a roll-off truck, which will improve recycling services. The process of recycling, however, is challenging across the nation. The county will continue to adjust its activities to meet national and global trends. Lake County Office of Emergency Management. The Office of Emergency Management will continue to provide consistent support through the county and for the county and city, and hands-on training and accountability for effective and efficient all hazards response. In 2020 and through the COVID-19 pandemic, emergency management will continue to, that should be 2021. In 2021 and through the COVID-19 pandemic, emergency management will continue to focus on response and recovery with partnering local, state, and federal agencies. Mission. The mission of the Lake County Office of Emergency Management is to coordinate Lake County and the City of Leadville's efforts to prevent, protect, mitigate, respond, and recover from all hazard events, and assist with regional, state, and federal emergencies and disasters. Lodging Tax Fund. The Lodging Tax Fund is advised by the Tourism Panel. The panel is comprised of community members and a county commissioner that are active in utilizing the professional services of marketing consultants for social media and advertising the tourism industry of the county. Lodging tax revenue through 2020 increased despite the COVID-19 pandemic. The fund balance remains healthy. Capital Acquisition Fund. We will continue to plan to install repeaters that will improve internet and broadband from the community of Lake Fork through the south end of the county. Capital leases for the solar panel array and the lease for the compactor and loader are also included in the fund for 2021. The county holds a lease for Sheriff's Office fleet while also exploring options for the county's overall fleet management. The Sheriff's Office is currently finalizing a lease purchase for body cameras to begin compliance with the Senate Bill 20-2017. Grant funding. There are several revolving projects within the grant fund that are essential to the services and operations for the county. This fund stands to account for the reimbursable costs associated with each grant managed by the county. Some of these projects include the Office of Emergency Management, Lake County Link through Summit Stage Transit, the recycling roll-off truck expense, grants in partnership with Build a Generation and Get Outdoors Leadville, as well as the Justice Center development projects. Fire Station 2, and the Airport Industrial Park development. Get Outdoors Leadville has been awarded funding through GOCO, or Get Outdoors Colorado, state funds for operational expenses over the next 5 years. At this time, they plan to spin out from under the county as a nonprofit organization. One of the most significant line items earmarked in this fund is for the construction of Fire Station 2, Emergency Responder Station. We will continue to use grant funds, private donations, fire fund balance, and city collaboration to complete the Southern Fire Station. The project cost to completion is $1.2 million. The Justice Center development will also be a significant project managed through this fund. Public Health Agency Fund. The Lake County Public Health Agency continues to navigate and help lead the county in responding to the unprecedented COVID-19 pandemic. Local, state, and federal agencies continue to partner through the ever-changing landscape. Together with the BOCC, the Public Health Director remains involved in state-level communications and decision-making. With state and federal support through 2022 and CARES Act funding, Public Health continues to navigate needed staffing and services, including but not limited to contact tracing, inspections, and other demands through response to the COVID-19 pandemic. The Lake County Public Health Agency continues to provide services in immunizations, family planning, and clinics to the community at a reduced cost. Some of these costs are recouped through the private insurance contracts that the department has been able to obtain. Get Outdoors Leadville and the Senior Center services are housed under Public Health. Sorry, I lost my spot. Okay, as of January 2020, Lake County Build a Generation has mostly transitioned out from under the Public Health to operate as a separate nonprofit agency. Currently, the Lake County Public Health Department administers the following services: environmental health, vital statistics, EPSDT, or early and periodic screening, diagnostic and treatment, MCH, maternal and child health, immunizations, family planning, emergency preparedness, child fatality, and COVID-19 response. Blood Lead Monitoring Fund. A withdrawal from the Asarco Kids Trust. Oh, I'm not sure if this is accurate, you guys. I don't think we touched on this point, but what I will read what we had for 2020. A withdrawal from the Asarco Kids First Trust will need to be made in 2020. Commissioner Marcella, do we need to make a transfer here? Do we know?
I don't know at this point if we have enough information to make that transfer. Crystal, did we put anything in the budget for that transfer?
Yeah, and I'm sorry, Sarah, it looks like that maybe a couple versions of the budget message got crossed because I did update this section in one
You did
version.
what? I'm sorry. I can't hear you.
I'm sorry.
Some got cropped.
So it's like, can you hear me?
I can, yeah. You said some versions of the budget message got cropped?
Yeah, it looks like, because I did update this section in a version I had sent to you, and then I noticed a couple other things. So I think the versions may have just got crossed.
Okay. Will you, okay, we can edit this, I suppose. Do you want to read your version of this?
Yeah, give me 1 second to pull it up. Hold on.
Okay. I apologize, Crystal. I didn't look at, I pulled the comments from your email body and I didn't go through any attachment if you did send the attachment.
Yeah, it was prior to that email, so I think that it just got overlooked and crossed.
Okay.
Okay, so for blood lead monitoring fund, can you all hear me okay? Can you hear me?
I can hear
I
you
can.
all right. That's better.
Okay.
A little bit better. Thanks.
Okay. A withdrawal from the Astarco Kids Fund Trust has been budgeted in 2021. The blood lead testing and possible remediation for children, families, and homes in the community will be continued for the coming year and are a valuable resource for our community. So yes, we did budget for that per public health.
Okay, so can you just repeat that? I have a withdrawal from the Asarco Kids First Trust has been budgeted in 2021. What was
And then it goes on with the blood lead testing and
Okay.
possible remediation. It was just, I just struck out the other language that had been there.
Okay, I did the same. Great. Anything else to add to what I've read so far?
I did notice, based on the funding applications and meetings that we had, my notes say that we had 40,000 for C4. And I'm sorry, that was on page 1.
Commissioner Marcella, should I change that figure?
Yeah, because it's reflected in the budget that way.
Okay.
Sorry, everyone. Thanks for your patience today.
Okay, anything else, Crystal?
I'm just kind of scrolling through some of my edits here. I think if you want to continue on, and then I'll just kind of continue on in mine from Human Services, I think was where you left off, and see if I have anything there.
Okay. All right, I will continue reading the budget message with the Blood Lead Monitoring Fund edits and the Cloud City Conservation Request correction. Okay, Department of Human Services. The largest expenditure of the Human Services budget continues to be the non-cash food assistance. The portion of the mill levy dedicated to this fund is increased from 2020 to 2021 due to increased COVID-19 effects on the community. State reimbursements remain constant and constitute 85% of the Human Services budget in Lake County. Our focus on prevention services for families has resulted in fewer out-of-home replacements of children, and successful preservation of safe families. This results in cost savings across multiple systems. This year, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, DHS adopted a new model of remote operations in alignment with similar structures implemented across the state. The board will earmark funds in 2021 within the Department of Human Services fund balance to support child care development in the community. Mine Closure Fund. In 2021, the county will allocate $307,395 to the fund, bringing the balance to $2,893,954. This fund continues to be an asset to the county and provides financial insurance for basic county services to be offered in the future for the event of a rapid decline in valuation when Climax eventually closes. We understand the projected closure date of Climax Mine to be 2038 and continue to communicate with Climax often as COVID-19 impacts operations and projections. Insurance Fund. The county is set to experience a 0% increase of health insurance premium costs for 2021. The county also pays for casualty and property pool and liability insurance out of the insurance fund, which will experience a slight increase. The slight increase in mills to this fund is due to the increase in workers' compensation and building liability. Services provided and supported by Lake County government in fiscal year 2021 continue to include, but are not limited to, county commissioners, clerk and recorder, elections, treasurer, assessor, sheriff, jail, coroner, finance, human resources, information technology, recreation, maintenance, public parks and facilities, aquatic center, economic development, community development, building and land use, mapping, district attorney, streetlights, fire department, public library, senior services, veteran services, animal control, shelter, road and bridge, public health, human services, airport, blood lead monitoring, landfill closure fund, ambulance services, search and rescue, E911 emergency telephone, public Wi-Fi, and grant management. Lake County assessed value. In the 2021 budget, the Lake County 2021 net total assessed valuation is assessed at the value of $222,890,741, a decrease from 2020 net total assessed value of $241,013,113.
Hey, Sarah,
Yes.
on that, so if we are going to use the net total, the amount is different. If you want to change net to gross, then that amount is correct.
I'm just copying the language from the last one. So if which I'm happy to change either, that's appropriate.
Okay, if you want to change the amount,
Okay.
well, so it's going to be 222, 749, 658. The amount that was in there was the gross.
Okay. Thank you. That's why I wanted you to double check. All right. Okay, I'll reread that. Lake County assessed value. In the 2021 budget, the Lake County 2020 net total assessed valuation is assessed at a value of $222,749,658, a decrease from the 2020 net total assessed value of $241,013,113. Revenue calculated. Net general fund property tax revenue in 2021 is projected to be $6,582,475. Sales tax revenue generation for 2021 is budgeted at $2,500,000. Okay, and then we have a table of for the mill levy of the funds levying and mill levy. The following is a comparison between years. And this year, or this coming year for 2021, the general fund mills will be totaled at 33.358, human services at 1.294, insurance at 1.6, capital acquisition at 1 mil, mine closure at 1.380, ambulance fund at 3.367, total mills assessed 38.192 with a mill credit of 3.807. The Board of Commissioners has no authority to make decisions or set mill levies for any other governmental district. County government is separate from the other special districts in Lake County, including Lake County R1 School District, Colorado Mountain College, City of Leadville, St. Vincent's General Hospital, Leadville Sanitation District, Sylvan Lakes Metro District, Parkville Water District, Brooklyn Heights Metro District, Mountain View Village Water and Sanitation, and Alta Colorado Metro District 1 through 5. And we have Commissioner's approval. The final budget for fiscal year 2021 is approved on this day, the 15th day of December 2021, by the signatures of the Board of Lake County Commissioners, County of Lake, State of Colorado.
All right. Thank you very much, Commissioner Mudge. I appreciate it. Before we move into
Can I just
reading
say
the yeah, go ahead.
comment? Kayla, sorry.
Yeah.
So I think the general fund mill needs to be adjusted, because if you add all of those together, it's going to be the 41.999, and that looks like that's taking the whole amount. So we need to remove the credit from that so that everything matches up. Let me see what that is.
I think that the credit is applied to the general fund allocation. Is that correct, Commissioner Marcella? Because that's the way it trends through the other years as well.
But if you add all of those up for the total mills assessed, that should equal the 41.999. And then if you add on top the mill credit, it would be an excess.
Okay, give me just a second here, Crystal. I'll tell you what it.
So I think it should be 29.551 for the general fund.
Yeah.
So if we take that, the 33.358 back down to the 29.551, and then we add all of the 2021 column for the total mills, that will give us the 38.192, and then we add in that mill levy credit, and that gives us the total allowable mills of 41.999.
Okay, yep, that's correct, Crystal.
So you want, so this needs to be reduced by 3.80?
Yeah,
20, okay.
so, and that is 29.551.
Do you
And then
want
the revenue in the general fund matches that 29.551, right, Crystal?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful.
so,
Yeah, that's correct, Sarah.
all right, but so I actually noticed this last night also. But in the revenue, in the mill certification, we have it as the 33.8, and it seemed to be calculated that way in years past. And the property tax summary.
If you leave the general fund mills in there without that reducing by that credit, then the math doesn't work.
Well, and yeah.
Then we're at 1.999.
Yeah, so the general fund should be at,
Does the credit automatically get applied to the general fund balance? Because I just think, just take time to look at this, because I think that in the property tax revenues, it's been calculated similarly, because all of those mills do equal the 41.999. And then once the credit is applied, it is whatever the total, of course, is for that year across the funds.
let's see here.
One of those things that you like look at a million times, and then all of a sudden,
So if you look over to the right on the property tax summary, it's got it broken down, and it should be the 29.051, which is what Crystal had calculated it as when she put it into the budget document. So it was just reflected wrong in this document. Because the credit is applied like universally, blanketly. And then, so yeah, this budget year 20, it's just the way this spreadsheet reads. It's kind of backwards.
The property tax revenues spreadsheet?
Yeah, if you look at it by year, it's giving us a net including the mill levy credit. So you have to include the mill levy credit in the calculation to get the 38.192. So it offsets the general fund's total mill levy, which is the general fund's total mill levy is 29.051 for a revenue generation of $6,472,010 at 29.051 mils is what should be reflected there. So in the budget message, it should be general fund at 29.051, human services at 1.294, ambulance at 3.367, CAPAC at 1.000, insurance at 2.100, mine closure at 1.380. Total mills assessed is 38.192, mill levy credit is 3.807.
Okay, I don't think these numbers are correct. Can you go down that again, or are they?
Yeah. Let me read. I'll read them slower to you. Tell me, because I can't see your face while I'm reading these to you.
Sure. General fund 29.051. Human service
1.294.
Yep.
Ambulance is insurance is 2.100. CAPAC is 1.000.
Yep.
Ambulance is 3.367.
Yep.
Mine closure is 1.380.
Okay.
Good?
Yes.
All right. Thanks, Crystal. Good catch. All right. Commissioner Mutch, do you have anything further before we talk through the resolution?
I do not.
Okay.
Nope, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I just would like to take a brief moment while we're all here just to acknowledge the work of our finance department. Crystal did a fabulous job putting this together for us, and I am so proud of the work product that you've given us, and so thankful for how gracefully you've balanced everything on your plate between COVID and FEMA and implementing new software and building a budget and kicking out monthly reports and monthly financial statements. I just am extremely grateful for your work, and so thank you to that whole department for the work that they've done to create this document and make it what it is. And thank you to Patty to helping get our public hearing posted and our budget meeting posted and assisting with getting that resolution ready for us to go. So thank you for that, Patty. We appreciate it. And so with that, if you are all ready, I will make a motion that we adopt Resolution 20-17, Annual Appropriation, Budget Adoption, and Resolution for the fiscal year 2021. Be it resolved that the various sums set forth in the budget marked and identified here as Exhibit A, Lake County Government 2021 Final Budget, be and by the same hereby are appropriated to the various funds for the purposes stated therein, and such budget is adopted. Passed and adopted at a special meeting of the Board of Lake County Commissioners this 15th day of December 2020.
Second.
All right, any further discussion, Commissioner Mutch? Oh, sorry, go ahead, Crystal.
Can we go back to that mill levy, because I'm just not comfortable with the last version that I sent you guys.
Sure.
Do you want me to share my screen?
Yeah,
or
do you pull that?
What do you want me to pull up? The property tax or the budget message?
The budget message with the property, with that
Table at the bottom.
there, yes.
Okay.
Because it should the resolution as well. So the general fund should be 29.551.
Yeah, that's what I have on the property tax calc sheet too. Sorry if I misread that, Sarah.
No problem.
Okay, let me just look through the rest of them really quick here. I have insurance at 1.6.
That's what I copied from the property sheet, but
Okay.
The final one that's in the budget book? Because I have 1.6 in the final for the budget book.
Okay.
yeah, let's just take the time, of course, to be sure that we're pulling from the right
Mm-hmm.
versions. Doing some math.
I can resend that page if you want me to, Sarah.
Sure. I mean, it's not different than what you had sent last night, correct, Crystal?
It should be the one numbered, the PDF that's numbered 5.2021 property tax summary. The
Right.
PDF is the final.
Okay, that's what I pulled numbers from. So I see the insurance fund at 1.6 as well.
Yeah. So that
Yeah.
should be changed in that table to 1.6 from 2.1.
Okay. And the rest of those look correct, yes? Okay, I found the right sheet here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just the insurance need to be changed to the 1.6.
Okay, so everything else is good.
Yes. My apologies and thank you.
You're
No,
welcome. No, thank you. It's better to do it right the first time than have to do it several times after.
Okay,
And
I
this
am
is
satisfied very much.
Okay, thanks, Crystal. All right. So we do have a motion on the floor. Any further discussion, Commissioner Mudge?
no, I don't have anything to add.
All right. Neither do I. So with that, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Yeah, I will help you. All right.
You like this?
Yes, hold on just a second. Sorry, my pal's here with me today helping. All right, so with that, we have adopted and passed our 2021 budget for fiscal year 2021. And that will be available after it's recorded in the clerk and recorder's office and available on our website as well, with a copy of all of the documentation necessary to make it compliant. The version that will be put on the website should be much easier to read and understand with our new software. As always, if anybody has any questions or comments or concerns, please feel free to reach out to the commissioners, and we will coordinate answering those questions with our finance department. So thank you all for being here today and taking the time. I appreciate it. See you later.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll adjourn at 9:48. Sorry.